What are modifiers? Like in every code you are using public, then static. What are those? Okay, those are nothing but modifiers. Okay, yeah, modifiers are nothing but which is a modifier nothing but it is a keyword, okay, which determines the visibility, then access level, then behavior of, like maybe it is class or method or data member. Okay, it determines the visibility and behavior and access level of those methods or classes or data members. Okay, this is about a modifier. It is a keyword that determines its visibility or its behavior or access level of either it is class or method or data member. Okay, this is a modifier. In that modifier we have two types. One is access modifiers and another one is non-access modifiers. Okay, access modifiers defines its visibility. Okay, like up to where we can access those classes or methods or data members. Okay, those access modifiers defines the visibility. Okay, in that we have four types. One is public, private, protected and default. These are the four types. Okay, these four types will indicate the visibility of a class or method or data member. Okay, this is an access modifiers. And another type we have which is non-access modifier. It defines the behavior. Okay, behavior of either it is class, method or data member. Okay, in that also we have four types. One is static, final, abstract and synchronized. Okay, like access modifiers defines the visibility, non-access modifiers will defines the behavior of either it is class, method or data members. Like in access modifiers we have four types: public, private, protected and default. Like I will explain with code how can up to where we can access those methods. Okay, I will explain the code. This is about non access modifiers. Also we have non-access modifiers which are static. Okay, once we declare a static data member it can be shared among all users. Okay, this is about static. Once you declare a static variable or static method, something like that, you can share among all the objects. Once you declare, you can share among all the objects. By example, if like example we can take company name is same for all the students, right? If we declare like static company equal to some company name for every employee, like company name is the same, right? Employee name will be different but company name is same, right? Like that, if we declare one static variable, it can be shared among all objects. Okay, that is about static. Then final is constant. Like once we declare it, it can't be changed. Like final it is constant. Then abstract is we use those abstract classes in abstraction, which is incomplete. Okay, we use abstract classes to achieve abstraction, but we can't achieve full abstraction with abstract classes, which is we call as incomplete, because in abstract classes we have both concrete methods and abstract methods, so we can't achieve.
Yeah, post bits and network bits.
Bro, can you just turn off the mic?
Did you receive
Yeah, like in abstract classes we have both abstract methods and concrete methods, so we can't achieve fully abstraction, so we call it as incomplete abstraction. This is about abstract. Then is synchronized, which is thread safe. If you use a synchronized keyword for any block or any method, like in that only one thread or one method can access at a time. Okay, if one method is accessing that block, another method has to wait. Okay, once the like entire thread will executes, after that another thread has to come. Like that, only one thread can access a method at a time, so it will be like thread safe, because only one thread can access at a time, right? So synchronized with thread safe. Okay, these are non-access modifiers which determines the behavior of either it is class, method, or data members. Okay, non-access modifiers are static, final, abstract, and synchronized. Okay, this is about non-access modifiers. Now we discuss about access modifiers, which are public, private, protected, and default. In the code, I will explain how can we access up to where we can access public, either it is private, protected, or default. Okay, with an example, I will explain you like up to where, like access modifiers means their visibility rate. So I will explain with code up to where we can access the public methods, sorry, public data members, private data members, protected data members, or default data members. Up to where we can access those members, I will explain that. Okay, by using code. Just one thing, 1 second, I'm opening that Eclipse ID, then I'll share the screen. You guys understood, right? What are modifiers? Like it is a keyword that determines the visibility, behavior, or access level of classes, methods, and data members. Okay, we call that as modifiers. In that we have two types. One is access modifiers, like which determines the visibility, and another one is non-access modifiers. Okay, just 1 second. Eclipse ID is opening. Relay. Guys, can you see the screen? Eclipse ID. Just tell me yes if you can see the Eclipse ID. Guys, you can see that Eclipse ID, right? Yeah, okay. See, here I'm created on a class with the name of modifier example1. Now I will declare some data members. I have created a string A, one data member. Another one is int B, then double C, then long D. And I will make first data member as public and second data member as protected, and the third one I will make it as default, so I'm not using any keyword. So, and the last one I will make it as private. Okay, I just declared four data members with the name of string A, int B, double C, and long D. I'm just making first data member as private, second one as protected, third one as default, and the fourth one as long. Let's see those access level up to where we can access those data members. Okay, and I'm creating one main method, and as you know, to access those methods, sorry, to access those data members, first we have to create an object for that, right? So how can we create an object? Using class name, one reference name equal to new keyword, then class name constructor, right? So I will create an object for that. To access those modifiers, first we have to create a class, then one reference name equal to new keyword, then class name. This is how we can create a class, right? Now I will access those data members with using reference name. This is reference name dot, I'm accessing string A. Now I can access E dot B also, and I can access C also, and also I can access. See, in this example what we can declare, in the same class we can access public data member, protected data member, and default data member, and also we can access private data member. Okay, in the same class we can access all the four, like protected, like public data member we are accessing, protected data member we are accessing, default data member we can access, and also private data member we can access. So in different class, okay, this is same package. See, in oops modifiers is a package, and I am created example1. Okay, in the same class I can access all the four of them. Okay, in different class, let's see how we can access them or not. Let's see the access level of those four. Okay, now I am created another class with the name of modifier example example1. So if you want to access, I want to access these members, right? So I have to create an object for modifier example for modifier example1. Okay, see, I want to access these data members in this class, right? So I have to create an object for modifier example1. Okay, sorry, modifier example, not for modifier example1. Okay, so I will create, so I'm creating an object for modifier example. Okay, not for modifier example1. Okay, you guys have to remember that, because I'm accessing these data members, okay, which are present in this class modifier example. So I want to if I want to access those data members in different class, we have to create an object for modifier example because these data members are present in this class. Okay, so I'm creating an object for that modifier example. Okay, I'm created I'm created modifier example object. Now with this reference name I will access those data members. Let's see what and all the data members we can access. We just see. Just 1 second guys, sorry. Oh, sorry. To create a main method, in that I have to create an object for that. Now created an object and I will access those methods with the reference name. So string A is public, right? So I can access in the different class also. I can access public data member, and also int b is protected, right? So in different class I can also access protected data member, and e dot c also. Double c is default, right? So default data member also I can access in different class. E dot d c. D is long d is private, right? So I'm in the different class. I can't able to access that data member because if we give a data member as private, we can't access outside a class. Okay, if we give a data member as private, it can be accessed within the class. Okay, only within the class we can access those data member. Okay, if we are giving a data member as private, we can't access outside a class. Okay, it can be accessed only within the class. Okay, so which is we can access these private data member within class, that's it. Okay, this is about in the same class like this we can access public, private, protected and default. If it is in another package, okay, these example sorry modifier example and modifier example 1, these both classes are present in oops modifiers package. If it is in different package, like we can access those methods or not, those data members are, we will now check that. Okay, now in the oops modifier 1, okay, this is another package where I am created another class with the name of modifier example 3. Now let's check in this different package we can access those data members or not. Okay, we create a main method, and in this package also I want to create an object for modifier example 1 because I'm accessing these data members in this class, right? So I have to create an object for modifier example. Okay, now I will create an object for that modifier example reference name equal to then new keyword modifier example C. Can you just tell me why it is giving a red line, guys? Even though I am creating an object for that, why it is giving why it is giving a red line? If you know, guys, just tell me why it is giving a red line. Because this is in different package, and I'm using that class in different package, right? So uh, if you are importing, if you are creating an object which is in different class, first we have to import that. Okay, so after importing we can create an object for that. See, I'm importing from where oops underscore modifiers. See, this is different package, right? From this package I'm importing that class, and after that I'm creating an object. Okay, if we are importing a class from another package, first we have to import that, and later we have to create an object that later we have to create an object for that. After that we can access those methods or data members. Okay, you have to remember this. Okay, if you are importing a class from another package, first we have to import that, then after that we have to create an object. Okay, now I am imported, I am creating I have created an object. Now let's see which and all we can access. E dot a. Okay, string a is public, so I'm access so it can be accessed, so it is accessing. Let's see another methods. E dot b, I can't able to access protected in different package. So e dot c, e dot c is default, right? Even the default I can't access. E dot d, as I said, protected is protected can, sorry, private can be accessed only within the class. We all know, so we can't access private data member. And also in different, see, these protected and default within the same package, if it is another class also we can able to access. Since it is another package, we can't access protected and default also. Okay, now we can say, now we can say if we give, like as I told, access modifiers are it determines the visibility, right? Like up to where we can access those methods or classes or data members, right? So public can be accessed anywhere. Okay, if it is, if we give a method or class or data member as public, we can access anywhere. Then what about protected? If it is in the, if it is in within package. Okay, within package, if it is the same class or different class, we can access those protected. Okay, and what about default? Even the default is within package, we can access those default, either it is method or data member or class. Okay, public can be accessed anywhere, protected can be accessed within package. If it is different class also we can access. Default can be accessed within package, and private can be accessed only within class. Okay, if we are giving a data member as private, we can be accessed only within class. If we want to use outside a class, there is one topic like getters and methods, we have to use those and we have to access. Okay, and also we can access this protected in another class also. Like I will give you an example for that. See here, modifier example 4, I've created a class with the name of modifier example 4, which is in oops modifier 1. Okay, a different package. Okay, if it is a different package, like let's, I will give an example. First I've created a class with the name of modifier example 4, and I'm using like extends keyword. Why we use this extends keyword? If you guys know, just tell me what is the meaning of that extends keyword, where we use that extends keyword. Okay, if you are inheriting, okay, if you are inheriting something from parent class, okay, then we use extends class. Okay, if you are inheriting from class to class, we're using extends keyword. So I am extending this modifier example. Okay, modifier, since it is from different class we have to import that. Okay, you guys have to remember that. See here, I'm created modifier example for class, and I'm extending modifier example. Now as I'm extending modifier example, what and are all the data members which are present here, it will be inherited to modifier example 4. This is what extends keyword will do, right? If we give extends keyword, so that we have to understand we are inheriting methods and data members which are present in parent into class. Okay, this is modifier example 1, sorry, this is modifier example which is from different class, so I'm importing that. Okay, now I have to create modifier example 4 object or modifier example object. Can you just tell me? Now I want to access those data members. Now I have to create modifier example 4 object or modifier example object. You guys understand this up to the year, right? Here I have created one class with the name of modifier example 4. Then I'm extending modifier example, so that what and are all the data members which are present in modifier example which are inherited to modifier example 4. Now just tell me, now I have to create modifier example 4 object to access those data members, or a modifier example object. Which object I have to create to access those methods? Can you just tell me? Which object I have to create to access those data members? Yeah, because we are inheriting those data members into a modifier example 4, so we can create directly modifier example 4 object only. Okay, now I create modifier example 4, then one reference name equal to new keyword modifier example 4. Okay, now I created an object for that. Now let's see which and all we can access or not. Sorry, first I will create main method, then I will create an object, then I will access e.a. As I told, public data members can be accessed anywhere, so I can access public method. Then e.c, I can't access, c is nothing but default, right? So I can't able to access default. Then e.d, as you know, private can be accessed only within the class, so I can't able to access that. Here e.b, so I can able to access, but in the modifier example 3, which is different class, but I can't able to access that protected data member. But it is also a different class modifier example, sorry, it is also a different package, but here I can access those that protected default, because here it is a sub modifier example for it is a subclass. Okay, modifier example is parent, this modifier example for is a subclass for modifier example, right? So we can access protected data members within package in different classes also, and in different outside a package, if it is a subclass we can also access there also. Okay, do you guys understand? See here I'm created a modifier example for class, and I'm extending modifier example. Okay, so that what and are all the data members which are present in modifier example, those are inherited to modifier example 4. So directly I'm creating an object for that. I can access public data member, unprotected data member. Okay, I can't able to access default and private. Okay, so we can tell public data member can be accessed anywhere. Default data member can be accessed within package. Within package, if it is different class also we can access those. Okay, and private data member can be accessed only within the class, and this protected data member can be accessed within package and outside package. Outside package or different package. If it is subclass nothing but like this. If we are inheriting parent to that class, then we can access the protected data member. Okay, this is how access modifiers can be accessible. Okay, public can be accessed anywhere, protected can be accessed within package or outside a package. If it is subclass we can access. Then if it is a default data member, it can be accessed only within the package. If it is private, it can be accessed only within the class. Okay, this is the access level of those access modifiers, which are public, protected, default and private. Okay, this is about modifiers, guys. If you have any doubts you can just ask me. Okay, these are access modifiers. Okay, public, protected, uh, default and private. Okay, this is an example like how can up to where we can access those methods. Okay, if you guys any doubt in these access modifiers you can just ask me. Later I will explain those non-access modifiers, how the static keyword works, final, then abstract. If you are in the abstract, sorry, in the oops concept you have one concept like abstraction. There I will explain about those abstract method, and in the threads I will explain that synchronized. Okay, later in later classes we'll explain, we'll discuss about that non-access modifiers. Up to access modifiers, if you have any doubt you can just ask me. You guys understand, right? What are modifiers? In that we have two types. One is access modifiers, which determines the visibility of a method, class or data member, or non-access modifiers, which determines the behavior of class, method or data member. Okay, this is about modifiers. What's the difference between figures? If you guys have understood, I will go to the another topic, which is method overloading. Guys, shall I go to another topic which is method overloading? Okay, if you guys understood about modifiers, okay, if you guys understand about modifiers, we will go to the another topic which is method overloading. If you guys have any idea about method overloading, what is method overloading? First of all, tell what is method. What will the method do? Guys, what is method? What is the functionality of method? What the method will do? As I told, method is nothing but which performs a task. Okay. Okay, it is used to perform a specific task. Okay, now. Okay, method is nothing but it is used to perform a task. We use a method. Then what is about method overloading means the process of having multiple methods. Okay, in with same name but different parameters. Okay, we call that as method overloading. Okay, the process of having multiple methods, okay, in the same class having multiple methods with same name but different parameters, okay, we call that as method overloading. Having multiple methods with same name but the different parameters, we call that as method overloading. Okay, to achieve that method overloading we have three rules. One is number of arguments what we define should be different, and type of data type of arguments will be there, no, even that has to be different. And order, okay, order also, uh, order of arguments also should be different. Okay, if you follow these three rules we can achieve method overloading. Okay, and method overloading is a type of compile time polymorphism because whatever the parameters you pass, based on those parameters it will check at the compile time. Okay, if you pass a single no argumented constructor, it will check the constructor at the compile time only. Okay, based on the parameters what you pass, based on that parameters it will check at the compile time. Okay, so that we can tell is method overloading is a type of compile time polymorphism. And also we can, and also another example is there for compile time polymorphism which is constructor overloading. Okay, these constructor overloading and method overloading both are examples for compile time polymorphism because based on the parameters what you pass, okay, and that it will compare at the compile time only. Okay, so that this method overloading and constructor overloading is an example for compile time polymorphisms. Okay, I will explain what is compile time polymorphism in the polymorphism concept, in the oops concepts. Okay, just remember these method overloading and constructor overloading are examples for compile time polymorphism. And method overloading means having multiple methods with same name but different parameters, we call that process as method overriding. To achieve that method overloading, as I told, we have three rules. One is number of arguments should be different, and data type of argument should be different, and order of arguments should be different. Okay, now I will give an example you so that you can understand clearly what the method overloading do. and based on parameters how it will check at the compile time. Okay, I will create a class with the name of calculator 2 or something, and I will add main method in that. Okay, now I will create multiple methods with the different parameters. Okay, now I will create, how can we create a method, like using public, and I'm using data type as int, so I have to return something. Okay, in method you have to remember that if you are using void you don't have to return anything other than void you are using. I'm using here int, right? So I have to return something, or else it will give a red line like this, compile time error, syntax error. Okay, so I'm creating a method with public data type as int and method signature name as add, and I'm passing two arguments in that. One is int a. To add we want two arguments, right? So I'm passing two arguments. One is int a, another one is int b. As I told, for method, if we are returning int other than void, we have to return that. So I'm returning a. After addition we have using two arguments, and we are returning a plus b. Okay, see here I have created one method with two arguments. Okay, here I have created a method. As I told, method overloading means having multiple methods, right, with same name. So I'm creating, so here I have created a method with two integers. Then I will create another method public int add, and I'm passing three arguments here, and I'm returning a plus b plus c. Okay, here I have created a method with three integers. Okay, now I will create another method public. Now the return type will be double, and I'm adding. Okay, same method, add, but different parameters, and I'm having. Okay, see, same method name, add, but different parameters. Okay, and I'm also following this three rules. Number of arguments is different, data type is different, and order of arguments also I'm making it as different. Okay, and I will pass here two arguments, and I am returning that, return a plus b. Okay, now can you just tell me, to call those methods, first what we have to do? To call these methods, first what I have to do? Now I created multiple methods with the same name but different parameters. Okay, this is what we can call it as method overloading. Okay, here I have created multiple methods with same name but different parameters, so that we can say that it is an example for method overloading. Now to call those methods, first what I have to do? Can you just tell me? To call those methods, first what I have to do, in the previous class I explained, yeah, to call a method, first object creation is compulsory. Okay, so first now I have to create an object for that. I have to create a calculator to object. Okay, I will create that calculator to one reference name equal to new keyword, then calculator 2. See, now I have created an object for that. So with the reference name I can call those methods, call dot add, and in the first method I have passed two integers, right? So I have to declare those, and with that reference name I'm calling another method which is having three arguments, so I'm passing that, and I'm calling another method with the name of reference name which is double 3.4. Okay, now if I run this, first at the compile time, the Java looks first, JVM starts from main method, right? It will go to 22nd line. Here an object is creating for this class. Then in the 24th line it will check with that reference name. I'm calling that add method, right? First it will check at the compile time only. Okay, it will check for add method with two arguments. If it is there, okay, now based on the arguments what you are passing, see here I am passing add method with two arguments, so it will check if there is a method with add int a and int b. If it is there, okay, see in the compile time only it will check, okay, based on the parameters what you pass, and it will go to the 25th line and it will see a add method with t arguments, so it will check. Okay, this process will done at the compile time only, based on the parameters what you pass. Based on that it will check at the compile time only, so that it is an example for compile time polymorphism. Okay, based on the parameters what you pass, according to that it will compare at the compile time only and give the output for you. Okay, now if I run this, see, first method has added and giving 7, and the second method is added and giving 10, and the last method is having and giving 5.0. Okay, this is how the method overloading works. Okay, and also we can tell this is an example for polymorphism also. Okay, see, polymorphism is nothing but performing same task in different ways. Okay, we call that as polymorphism. Also we can say this is an example for polymorphism also. See, we are doing add but in different forms. Okay, so that this is also an example for polymorphism, and also it is an example for method overloading. Okay, do you guys understand how the method overloading works? Okay, based on the parameters what you pass, it will check at the compile time. So it is an example for compile time polymorphism. And even constructor overloading, same, based on the parameters what you pass, it will check according to that. So it is also an example for compile time polymorphism. Okay, this is about method overloading, having multiple methods with same name but different parameters. That process we call it as method overloading. To achieve that we have three rules. One is number of arguments should be different, data type of argument should be different, and order of arguments should be different. We have to follow these three rules to achieve that method overloading. Okay, if you guys have understood, just tell me. If you guys have any doubt, you can just ask me up according up to here. In the modifiers, if you have any doubt, you can ask me, or else in the method overloading, if you have doubts anything, you can just ask me. And also we have some more concepts like method overriding and constructed chaining is there, and static members and non-static members. How can we access? We have some more 3 to 4 topics. Tomorrow we'll discuss about that. Up to here, if you have any doubts, you can just ask me. Today we discussed about modifiers and method overloading. In that, if you have any doubt, you can just ask me. You guys understand, right? What are modifiers and method overloading? Bro, in Java we don't have any access specifiers, bro. Only we have access modifiers only. In Java, I think we don't have anything like access specifiers. Only we have access modifiers, which are those public, private, default, and protected. I think I we don't have anything like access specifiers in Java. Maybe it is in another language. I think maybe in Java we don't have anything like access specifiers. Yeah, if you have any doubt, you can just ask me, or else you guys can leave. This is for today.